Alright, so I just got back from Costco and I picked up some stuff, so I'm going to share it with you because I may be using a bunch of these things in freezer meals. Obviously picked up this beef round roast. I'm thinking about doing a freezer meal for a roast for the Instant Pot with one of these, and the other one I'm going to keep for kebabs because I love kebabs. I'm looking at my husband right now because he's the one who has to make kebabs. I did pick up a boneless pork loin. This was $10.47. This is the cheapest one they had, but it's a pretty good amount of meat, so I can probably get about maybe 3 freezer meals of this. Definitely want to do another barbecue pork one like I did last time because that was good and it was easy and I thought it was delicious. Drumsticks, $10.01 for this pack. This is 5 pounds of drumsticks, 5.03. Yeah, want to also chop up some more meat and season it and marinate it for what we did like last time for stews and curries, because I used one of those the other day and you really tasted absolutely no difference. To me, it actually tasted better because it was seasoning for such a long time and it was so easy. I just have to pull this out the fridge, just defrost it, and then just put my sugar in my pot and stew it up. $9.33, more drumsticks. Same deal here. I want to keep some in my freezer because I do want to obviously do some baked chicken and stuff with this. Baked, like my Chinese style baked chicken, regular baked chicken, and lemon chicken. Those are things that I can do in the oven with my wings. So I may just cut up one whole pack of these and then the other one keep in the freezer. And then I also did get some wings. I was looking at their chicken breast because I definitely wanted to get some based on like doing more freezer meals with chicken breast because I love to have chicken breast in freezer meals, but it was just too pricey. I just said, you know what, it's cheaper to get at Walmart. This was $18.59. I think this was probably one of they did have several with like $18 wings and stuff like that. 4.6 pounds of wings, $3.99 a pound for organic wings. That is an amazing price. I will use one of this with not the whole pack, just like there's 3 packs in this, so I'm going to cut one of this out, and I will use it when I do my curries and my stew chicken. So I'm going to put these in the fridge. This is still obviously chilled, so whatever I'm going to use today to make freezer meals, I'm going to place in the sink. I'm going to cover it up with some ice. So we have that. Of course, got my favorite butter ever. I did see this corn, and my youngest loves corn. So if we don't do kebabs this week, because obviously this has to be refrigerated, I don't want it to spoil, I can just boil it for them. I don't think they've had boiled corn in a really long time. Arugula, delicious. And I got 2 of their, is it organic? Yeah, organic eggs. It was limit 2 per customer, so I got 2 because I'm running low on eggs. Some organic bananas. Some of these yogurts were on sale, which is a really good price, $7.59 for 24 yogurts. I normally pay like $5 for the little drinks at Walmart, and that's probably 6 drinks. 2 cantaloupes. What else did I get? I did get some apples, some potatoes, some onions, and these grapes, these candied grapes. It's a little treat for the family because they like this. I know this is not probably the healthiest thing, but it kind of tastes like cotton candy, and they like it, and I saw it. I haven't probably seen it in a while, so I guess I picked it up because of that. We're having hot dogs for lunch today. This is something that I bought when I was having surgery. Bought hot dogs, hot dog bread, and Tyson chicken and Tyson burger bread. I don't know if we'll do the Tyson today, maybe, because I don't want to waste the bread. That's why I'm doing hot dogs, because I don't want to waste the bread. But I'm going to put this away, and because I'm not really cooking today, this is a perfect opportunity for me to work on freezer meals. Like, I can actually really get a lot done because I don't have to spend time in the kitchen cooking. I just have to like boil some hot dogs or heat it up or whatever. And then, so I'm going to put some of these meat away, and whatever I plan on keeping out, I'm going to keep out in the sink and cover it up with ice because I'm not going to be able to work with this right now. It's going to have to be a little bit later. And once it's stacked on top of each other and there's ice on top of it, it kind of keeps everything nice and chilled. I did also get some plantains. I love these potatoes because it's such a good price. I did pick up some plantains. I've been looking for some plantains for a really long time. I think this was $2.99 for 5 pounds of plantains. I mean, this is a massive bag of plantains. This can be boiled, fried, or boiled and fried. That's about it. That's all I do with plantains. Boil or fry it. Some organic apples for my littles and for myself as well. and some onions. This is a good price for onions. These are sweet onions. Normally, if I were to buy sweet onions in Walmart, it would be a lot more money. It would be a lot more expensive. So I got that. I'm running, this is normally where I keep my potatoes. I did buy some potatoes in Walmart the other day, but, and these are organic, so they're obviously a lot smaller. But literally, I think I just have one potato left from my Costco bag. So I'm definitely glad I remembered to get Costco potatoes because I did not make a list. I just, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started making some freezer meals today. I have my apron that ties around in the back, and I will leave this linked down below on Amazon. I got this. It's my favorite apron to use. So today, my plans are my list for today is we're going to do more chicken for stews and curries, just so I can have like about maybe 10 or more in the freezer. I have 5 or 6 left. I realized when I bagged them last time that I didn't put enough chicken in one bag, so I'm definitely going to add more chicken this time around because I feel like now I'll have to probably use 2 bags for one meal, or 1.5 bags would have been like the perfect amount. So now that I know, I will know heading into it like what to add into the next meal and in the next bags, so I'll have enough for each meal. We're going to do the chicken drumsticks and wings for the stews and the curries. We're going to do pork loins, barbecue pork loins. I have the organic barbecue sauce from Target here, and there's a huge pork loin there, so I may actually just season up some pork loin as well for some Geera pork. So I'm actually going to write that down, plus Geera pork, so I can have that already in the freezer. So whenever I need to make a Geera pork, I can just pull that out because I have the pork already there and can already start cutting that up. We're also going to do, I did get some beef at Costco, so I'm going to do a pot roast in the Instant Pot for the Instant Pot. And that's going to have to do with, I have my list here and I have all the ingredients that I'm going to prep as much as I can. Onions, garlic, carrot, celery. I'm going to put some butter in that, some herbs, poultry seasoning, brown sugar and stuff in my pot roast. For my chicken and wings and for the Geera pork will be the same thing. Onions, garlic, tomatoes, and thyme. The pork loins, barbecue pork loins will be onions, brown sugar, garlic. I will add some cumin, maybe a little pinch of cinnamon or something like that I would normally typically do when I make ribs. The last time I made it, I don't think I added much ingredients at all, and it was delicious, but I feel like I could have used a little bit more sugar, so I'll definitely add some sugar this time around. I was thinking about doing air fryer wings, but I don't know because I did get the wings from Costco and I was going to put it in my freezer, just use 1 pack for the stews and the curries, but I'm thinking if I can have that already prepared and marinated and seasoned in the freezer and pull that out, and the day I have to make air fryer wings, I just have to put it in the air fryer. The only issue with making that is that cilantro and culantro is such a huge flavor in those wings that I'm actually thinking that I may not make the wings. It's a pretty simple meal to make already. It's just you blend up some ingredients and you season up some meat. So it's not a difficult thing to make on the day off. However, it will be so much easier if it's already prepared. I just don't know. I just don't know because you need onion and garlic, and I made like some rosemary, some poultry seasoning. You need butter, melted butter. All that will obviously solidify in the fridge. So I feel like I may just keep we will work on the air fryer wings last, but not last. So if around that time, I'm going to put a line there. If I don't make it, I don't make it. So right now it's just going to be the pork loins for barbecue, pork loins, pork for Geera, a pot roast for the Instant Pot, chicken and wings for stews and curries. If I have any leftover chicken, I have some teriyaki sauce here, and I'm actually going to do some beef teriyaki. I wish I had some chicken breast already thawed, or at least partially thawed, so I can use it with the chicken to make chicken teriyaki instead. But I feel like beef teriyaki will taste good. I did want to save some of the beef for a kebab, but I don't think we're going to be doing the kebab this week, so that'll be fine. Let's go ahead and write beef teriyaki down. So I'll have I'm not sure how many meals we'll have prepared with those things. But right now I just have salt and pepper out. I have cinnamon, cumin, I do have some Italian seasoning out just in case I want to add a little bit to my pot roast. Poultry seasoning, chili powder for my pork, teriyaki sauce, barbecue sauce. I do have a half of this container left. This will be perfectly fine. I'll just add a little bit of ketchup. And on the day of cooking, I'll just add a little bit of water and thicken it up with some cornstarch. Last time I made the pork, barbecue pork, I used like a whole bottle of this. And I feel like a lot of the sauce ended up wasting. So I think this will be perfectly fine. We've got some onions, some garlic. I do have some ginger. If I am going to make teriyaki beef, I will also do some ginger. I will need celery and carrots for our roast, and thyme and tomatoes and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this camera around. We're going to start prepping on veggies. Most importantly, I'm going to leave my book open right here so I know what veggies I have to prep. It's mostly going to be a lot of onions and a lot of garlic, and then we'll have some tomatoes, celery, carrots, but I want to get all that prep done first. This way it's a lot more organized in the beginning. I have exactly all that I need to cut up and to have ready. I don't want to dirty a whole bunch of dishes. I already cleaned one portion of my sink, so we start off with a clean slate. And I may get like a bigger plate just so I can have all my veggies in there or something like that, because last time one plate, unless I get one of my bigger plates. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started.
It's 0.
Yeah.
Why am I 0? Last time.
So I have my bowl for garbage here. We're going to put that there to the side. Set this away. So we're going to be doing all of the cutting up of the onion and the garlic. This took me a little bit of time because honestly I'm just doing it by hand. My little one was doing school right at the island with me, and she was like, why is onion making you cry? Because she was starting to tear up as well. So I would love to invest in one of those little onion choppers because they'll make my life so much easier. Doing these freezer meals have already made my life so much easier, and just having that would be a game changer. I know it. And here's the garlic. I did probably about 3 whole big things of garlic. So that was like maybe 20 cloves of garlic, 20 or more cloves of garlic, and of course some ginger I also grated. So we're trying to do school. We're trying to multitask here and do whatever we can do at the same time. But it just works out so great because on other days, I just have this and I could just pop these things in the Instant Pot or just cook it up really quickly, and it just makes life so much easier. And a whole bunch of onions. This is about 3.5 onions, tomatoes, thyme that's washed, a lot of garlic that was grated. There's some ginger under this and the bell pepper because I'm going to use this section here just for the teriyaki. I'm going to do up some celery here, and then we're going to do carrots. Don't have space, so I might just pop that in the bag because that's just going to go into one meal anyways. This is mostly going to be shared between things, and this is just going to go into a meal. Alright, so I have freezer bags that are already, I have a set of freezer bags here. I don't even know how much I took out. But if I'm just going to do this for, you got it? Good job. I'm just going to do this for, ooh, that says Tren. Where's the I? This was just 2 celeries because this is just going to be for 1 pot roast. I can most definitely get another celery in there, clean that off a little bit there, and just use the rest of this. I don't want too much celery, but I do definitely want the flavor in there. And my carrots, I will just peel them quickly. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some carrots here as well. I'm going to do them a little bit bigger. But most of the nutritional value is going to be going into the sauce of the pot roast. Anyways, you can definitely add carrots on the day off. But I'm trying to limit my amount of cooking I'll have to do that day. Just get started with my pot roast first because that is already started on a list. And I've already done my onions, my garlic, my tomatoes, thyme. This did take about 30 minutes to do because I had to chop a lot of onions. If you want to get one of those onion choppers, and obviously I had to grate and peel and grate a ton of garlic myself. So you can save time by buying that already in your store. So I think I have everything cut up. I think I have everything cut up. So I can start assembling my meals together. I'm not going to do that because I don't really want to work with meat right now. I have my lemons to wash up my meat when I cut them up. And I'm also going to do a teriyaki beef, so I could probably get that going one time as well. I just don't want my daughter's here doing school, so I really don't want to get meat around her books and around her and stuff like that. So I will, oh my goodness. I will wait for that when that, for her to finish. We're almost finished with this. So my garlic and my ginger, some garlic and ginger, and then some onion. Some nice, I got sweet onions from Costco. Might as well put some garlic and onion in here as well. I'm on a roll. And then the rest will just be for stews and curries, essentially. I decided I am not going to make my air fryer wings because it will obviously take more work. It's not that difficult to put together on the day off, so I can just whip that up on the day off. So obviously a big concern is also to make sure that I have enough space in my freezer because I definitely want to make sure. And I will season my meat and stuff in the bowls like I did last time. I just felt that was easier so I can get everything mixed in there. Still have a little bit of ginger here. So I'm gonna start now.
No. What place is really hot?
We have barbecue pork, which is gonna go in here.
What? No,
I'm gonna have to put some my barbecue sauce in here. I'm actually gonna, normally I don't put water when I'm making freezer meals, but I'm gonna put a little bit of water to clean this up. Just a very little bit of water. Don't want too much because obviously you don't want to make sure, nothing really spills. But I'm gonna have to obviously use some liquid for the Instant Pot anyways. Alright, so that's done. I'm gonna add some brown sugar. I am gonna add a little bit of salt. And you can always taste when it's finished cooking and see if you need to add more salt and pepper. I'm gonna add some brown sugar to that. And not too much, but I got some light brown sugar here. And I definitely need some. I'm actually going to also add a little bit of brown sugar to my teriyaki and also a little bit of brown sugar to my pot roast. Geera porks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasoned chicken for the freezer. These are for curries or stews or anything like that. So I got 5 of those. 3 for Geera porks. 1 barbecue pork loin. 1 teriyaki beef. And this is for a pot roast. All that stuff in there. And these are for the Instant Pot, and these are